Hey guys, my name is Alex and welcome to the world of thought. I realize I've not posted a video on this channel in like a week or two, and that's because school kind of just caught up to me, work and all those other things kind of just caught up to me, and I got really overloaded. So my main priority was to just finish all those things so that I wouldn't be super far behind in school or in any of the other things that I'm doing. So now that Thanksgiving break is coming up, I can just dedicate a lot more time to this. I can put a lot more work into making actually decent videos. So you should definitely be expecting videos from me from now on. I will not miss another day, I promise. Anyways, do I regret taking 6 AP classes? So the other day, right after school, I was sitting in my AP Lang class, and like usual, I was complaining about how burnt out and tired I was because of school and all the homework that I had to do. And so my AP Lang teacher started talking to me, and she told me something that I've been thinking about for a while now. She told me that life is about living, not surviving. Right? I had been barely managing to survive through school, let alone just do things that I really enjoy. Yes, I found time to watch TV, but those were literally just to give myself a mental break for like an hour or 2 hours. And she also asked me that if my life was cut unexpectedly short now, would I regret taking all these classes? Would I regret putting my nose in a book and kind of just studying as much as I do? And I've been thinking about this for a while now, and in short, I think the answer is yes. If I was able to redo high school and do everything over again, I probably would not push myself as hard academically. I would probably still take a lot of honors classes, but I probably just wouldn't take as many, or I definitely would not take as many AP classes as I currently do. But I would still push myself academically, I would just push myself a little bit less. And the reason is not because I don't want to push myself or because I don't want to work hard or because I want to spend more time playing video games and watching YouTube or anime or any of those things. It's actually the exact opposite. I want to spend more time working really hard at things I really care about. I want to spend more time working really hard at things that aren't school or math or English or science or physics. Oh my god. And I know I've talked about this before, but it's something that's been really bothering me lately because I know some freshmen and sophomores who really value the title of valedictorian. Like they have made it one of their main goals in high school to become valedictorian, and I think that's really sad. But the thing is, I can also relate to where they're coming from. And I think the reason I can do that is because I've kind of been indoctrinated to believe that school and grades and your class rank and things like that are extremely important. Growing up, I've always been told by my family that getting good grades is pretty much the only way to become successful. If I want to have a good life, I have to get good grades. And growing up, I've always been told that it is literally my only job, that literally I could do nothing else and only get really good grades, and my parents would be completely okay with that. They'd still be proud of me. Obviously, they encourage me to do other things, but at the end of the day, they've always stressed that grades are the pretty much only important thing right now. And I understand where they're coming from. They're coming from a place of love because they want to see me grow up and be successful and have a nice life and do all those things. I do not hate my parents or resent my parents in any way because of it. Please do not get that impression. My parents grew up in a place and a time where they really believe that the only way you can really become successful is through getting really good grades. And so they've kind of just passed that belief down to me. And so I've literally always heard it growing up. If you have Asian parents, I'm almost certain you can relate to this feeling, or to this experience at least. So when I see these kids obsessing over their GPA, it makes me really sad. Because one, I think it's really stupid to obsess over your GPA. Two, I would also understand why you value your GPA so much, especially if you've been told kind of your entire life that that's what's really important about high school. Obviously, as I've gotten older and started thinking for myself and not just being spoon-fed information and blindly following it, I've been able to realize that really there is no difference between a GPA that's 3.5 or a 4.0 or even like a 4.7. Yes, I'm sure you'll get some more scholarship money or things like that, but you're giving up some really valuable time, I think. And even then, even though I know that I'll probably graduate from college just as soon with just as good of a degree as some guy who literally has never taken an AP class in his life, it's still hard to shake this feeling that getting really good grades and getting a really good class rank is important, because it's something you've been told your entire life. So I've always kind of just accepted the fact that I'm going to take the hardest possible classes I can and probably do as well as I possibly can in most of them, but I've also always tried to mitigate the amount of my life that I spend towards school. I try to do as many things as possible outside of school, but even then I can't really deny the fact that school just takes up a lot of time. Especially this year and last year when I was a sophomore, the classes I started taking have gotten considerably harder from middle school, obviously, and from when I was a freshman, where all the classes were pretty much really easy. If I could redo high school and knowing now what I know about how GPAs are important and how grades are important, but they're not really the only important thing, I definitely would not push myself as hard academically. Like I said, I'd still work hard. Like, I enjoy working hard. It's something I really value, but I just want to work hard at other things too. So while I do take hard classes, I also really want to work hard in other areas of my life. Looking back on my high school experience, I'm honestly pretty happy with how much stuff I've been able to do outside of school that aren't just school. But also looking back, I think I'm starting to realize the opportunities I was never able to pursue because I was so busy studying, or because I was so busy focusing on things that really might not matter that much. And at the time, I just don't think I understood the opportunities that I was giving up for that little bump in my GPA. Again, I am not trying to say that I would work less hard in high school. I just want to work harder at things that I choose. All that being said, I definitely could have worked a lot harder in high school. I spent a lot of time playing video games and just watching YouTube and just watching TV. And yes, I do regret a lot of that time that I spent doing those things. They were fun in the moment. But anyways, while I do spend a lot of time studying, I spend a lot of time playing video games too. So the entire thing with how I don't do everything I possibly could, that is not at all just because of school. But I would say that school plays a decent part in it. That's all I have to say today. Thanks for watching today's video, and I hope I see you guys next time. Peace.